Hey Earth signs, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So we are doing a love and spirituality reading for Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And as always, I'll be extending this reading, so I'll leave the link to that in the description box down below. Okay, so let's start with the Zodiac Oracle first. So the Pluto card comes out on your end. So the Pluto card being in the reverse is the energy of you just really feeling this sense of addiction. Yikes. Okay, this is how we're starting this reading out. Okay, addiction of some sort, obsession or fixation. And I feel like a lot of you, I mean, clearly you're not happy about it. If this, I mean, no one's really happy about a fixation or an obsession because it can be compulsive. It could be like a lot of intrusive thoughts. Like you are trying to focus elsewhere, but your mind keeps getting pulled back to whatever this is. You could just really feel like you're addicted to something. Literally, like it could be literally addicted to something physically. I mean, it's something physical that you're addicted to, or it could be an addiction to a feeling is what I'm hearing. It reminds me of something that I read recently that was basically saying that some people are addicted to anger because being angry makes you feel more powerful than being sad. So they're addicted to the feeling of anger because it helps them to not have to face some type of sadness that's inside of them. So some of you are, like I said, feeling very addicted to a person, a situation, or a feeling, or all of the above. Okay, it's going to be an interesting reading, Earth signs. All right, Uranus is in the reverse. This is your outside energy. Okay, so Uranus in the reverse is someone who you're dealing with or you were dealing with, because this is outside of you, but this is an energy of someone or something that's affecting you. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be coworker. It could be a job that has this energy surrounding it. So just take it as it resonates. But with Uranus being in the reverse, I feel like whoever this outside energy is, it's like they're very predictable at this point. Like you're not surprised. It's like one of those energies of like, nothing that I hear about this person can shock me. Because, and that's not, obviously that's not a good thing. Because when you reach that point with someone, it's like they've done so much that you're just like, nothing shocks me anymore. Like I'm not even surprised or shocked by this anymore. I feel like I'm hearing that this person's time is running out. Please don't take that as like a bad omen, like they're gonna die or something. I think that their time may be running out in terms of this connection with you. If you are like, it's like they're on a time constraint. So you could be or could have been waiting for this person and their time could be running out. Or like your patience is running thin with whatever this situation is. Because like I said, it's this energy of like, I'm not even shocked. But like I said, you feel the strong pull. Like I said, it could be towards this person or it could be something else. All right, let's jump into the rest of the cards and see if we can make sense of this. Yeah, I think this person or this situation, like it presented itself to be quite mysterious at first. And I think that after a while, you're just like, I'm just not shocked anymore. It's like one of those people that they're very mysterious and you're like, ooh, I want to dig in there and see what's underneath all that. And then you get to the center of it and you're like, that's it. No shade, not throwing shade at this person or this situation, but it's like digging to the center of something and then being very disappointed when you get to the center of it. But because you've spent so much time digging to the center of it, you could be addicted to digging, or you could be addicted to the energy that was exerted while you were digging. I hope that that makes sense. Trying to see if I'm getting anything else. Oh, I think that's it. This person could be an Aquarius, or they could have Aquarius in their chart. And it's not the high vibrational Aquarius traits. It's the low vibrational ones. Okay, let's see. Past sorrow, distant horizons. So it looks like in the past, you dropped this burden or whatever was burdening you or weighing on your heart. You made a decision to move away from it, but you still kept it close to you. So it's possible that you moved away from it physically or they moved away from you physically, but you still kept it very close to you. Like it didn't go too far because I feel like it was still very much in your mind. Like I said, Pluto in reverse, it's like it can be obsessive energy. And please don't feel shame. Like if you hear me saying, oh, you're obsessed, you're addicted, do not, it's a lot of shame that comes along with those words. There's no need to feel ashamed, because if you think about it and you get to like the root of what an obsession or an addiction is, it's literally just a compulsive draw towards something that's giving you some sort of relief. Like I said, some people are addicted to feeling angry because they really feel a deep sadness inside of them, and anger helps to mask that. So it's like, is this person a bad person, or are they just trying to avoid sadness that's inside of them? So there's no shame. Like, you know, like the more you shame yourself, the more addicted and obsessive you become, because shame drives you towards those emotions instead of pulling you away from them. So just try not to be ashamed, you know? It's just some type of underlying pain that needs to be addressed, and then the addiction or the obsession falls away. So, like I said, you could have moved away from this person. You could have moved away from the situation, or they moved away from you, whatever this may be. It could be family, relationships, whatever. But you still kept it very close to you. I keep hearing like you kept it very close to you emotionally. And I don't think that you really had a choice, because it's like the connection is so strong, or the emotions are so strong, you don't have any choice but to keep it close to you. Current blockages, the miser card and the bad health card. So with the blockage being the miser card, I just felt like a very cold breeze just run past me. With the miser card being here as your blockage, to me, that talks about holding on to something to the point where it is destroying you internally. And I hear it destroying very, very clearly. I talked about what reading was this? The fire sign reading? I talked about the fact that, you know, as human beings, we have a mind-body connection. So if you think about your favorite food, your mouth starts to water. If you think about a past sexual experience, you know, your body might start to feel some type of way. And that's because our mind and our bodies are so interconnected. When we think about something, our bodies feel like it's actually happening. So I think when you are holding on to some sort of situation that has this sort of energy around it, like that very dark Pluto energy around it, it can cause you to deteriorate. This could literally be affecting your health. With the bad health card being here, it could literally be affecting your health, causing you to be just physically drained and just out of it. Some of you have, this is going to be a weird message, but it came through, so I have to say it. Some of you have some sort of guardian angel or someone that has passed on that is kind of watching this unfold and is trying to help you. So whenever you feel really down and out and you suddenly feel this comfort out of nowhere, it's something, or it's someone from the spiritual realm trying to help you with this. Yeah, because I feel like you want to release this, but it's so hard to. And like I said, it's because it's like an addiction. It's like you can't release it because there's something lying underneath it that's even worse. So it's like you'd rather just hold on to this. It could be that you're holding on to it because you don't want to face the reality of what took place in the situation, or the reality of this person, or it could just be things in your life that have accumulated and hurt you that you just really want a distraction from, or you really need a distraction from. So it's easy to become addicted to these types of people, or these types of cycles that distracts you from that pain that's inside. But I think that this is weighing you. This is weighing on you. It looks like it's weighing on you quite heavily. I'm gonna pull one more for that. Okay, no, wrong deck. Yeah, okay, I'm hearing to use the Rider-Waite deck. Eight of Cups. Yeah, so some of you are wanting to walk away from the situation, but I think that what's keeping you stuck is you thinking that when you walk away, you're not going to find anything better, or you're not going to find something that causes the same feelings in you. I think that at one point, obviously, there was some positive feeling that was created within you, and that's what you're trying to hold on to, or that's what you're fearing that you won't be able to recreate. It's like walking away and fearing that, like, I'm never going to be able to experience this with anyone else, or I'm never going to be able to have this sort of feeling again. So I'd rather just stay here and hold on to this feeling instead of risking detaching from it and never experiencing it again. But you're going to experience it again. That's the thing. It's like the universe wouldn't tease you like that. Like the universe wouldn't allow you to feel this amazing feeling, take it away from you, and then say, psych, like you can't You'll never experience that again. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, the universe doesn't play those types of games. Even though the universe sometimes can feel like it's very unfair, you know, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, wants what's best for you and what's going to make you feel the most joy, bliss, and happiness. And this ain't that. I think that this situation was more of like a morsel of what is yet to come. So the happiness or whatever you felt with this situation is like a crumb compared to what the universe has the ability to bring you. And you may be hearing that and thinking there's no way that's possible. It's very possible. It's very possible. Don't forget that the universe or God, whatever you believe in, doesn't operate the way that humans do. We have human boundaries. We have human constraints. It reminds me of Teal Swan. Teal Swan had a video where she was talking about how God works is that you can see it as this. When you see an ant in your house and the ant is trying to get out of the house, right? It's crawling all over your floor. It's trying to find its way out and it can't find its way out. It's trying its hardest to, but it can't. You, being a bigger human being, obviously, can pick the ant up and just put it outside. It's that easy. And basically she was saying that God is like that. We're like the ant. God is like the human. God can literally pick you up and put you somewhere that you felt like there's no way you could get there, or like, I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there. And it's like you put a restraint or like a boundary on God. Like, if I can't figure it out and I can't get there, then God can't get me there either. That's kind of what you're saying when you lose faith or you lack faith. And God can literally just pick you up and put you outside like the ant. So just keep that in mind whenever you're feeling doubtful, like, oh, there's no way I can ever overcome this. The burden card is here and the Lover's card. So this is future advice. So the Lover's card, okay, this came out in the fire sign reading too. The Lover's card talks about a very pure heart-to-heart connection, regardless of how it looks on the surface. Regardless of how it looks on the surface, it's a pure connection. And when I say pure, I mean, I don't necessarily mean it's pure on their end. Like, if you were dealing with something that, or someone who didn't have pure intentions, then you would know it. But I think it was just really pure on your end. And that can cause a lot of conflicting feelings, because sometimes we think to ourselves that we're not supposed to feel this way about this person or this situation. Like, after this person hurt me like this, or betrayed me, or misled me, or whatever, I'm not supposed to still love them. I'm supposed to be able to disconnect from them like that. You know, on social media, people are always like, yeah, I don't, you know, once somebody forget about me, I forget about them. And like, that's not how that really works. If you're really connected to someone and you have the purest of intentions and you deeply connected to them, no, when they betray you or something like that, that connection doesn't just leave. Some people would like to think it does, or they pretend that it does, but it doesn't. And I think that you see your emotions for them as a burden, or you see that connection as a burden, but I think you're looking at it wrong. Because like I said, you could be looking at it from an ego standpoint, because your ego could have been bruised with whatever the situation was. So your ego, to feel satisfied, wants to pretend that that person doesn't exist anymore. Or like I said, you go on social media and people are like, oh, I don't get mad. I just forget you existed. And it's like, whatever. Like, if you really are connected to someone, you're going to get mad and you're not going to forget that they existed. But like I said, I feel like you could be seeing that as a burden. Like, why can't I let this go? And I don't think you're meant to. Sometimes you have to just accept that the connection is going to be there. Doesn't mean you have to act on it. Doesn't mean that you have to be with the person or reconnect with them in some way. But sometimes you have to just accept that the connection is there, and it's there for a good reason, because you are pure of heart and you went into it with an open heart. That's why the connection formed. There's a lot of people getting into connections with other people without good intentions, and that's why they're able to disconnect like that, because their heart was never open in the first place. And that says a lot about someone, because why would you enter a connection knowing that you have no real intentions of connecting fully? That says a lot about them. And it also says a lot about you, about the fact that you go into connections with a pure heart and you purely connect with people. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing. And so if you're having a hard time disconnecting, it's just an indication of the fact that you are pure of heart. And that's not something to be ashamed of. That's something to celebrate. But again, it could feel, like I said, that obsessive addictive energy can make you feel shameful. And I don't think I think that you're needing to shed that shame, because like I said before, addiction and obsession is just a mask for something deeper that's going on. And I just don't feel like you should be feeling this shame. And once you stop shaming yourself for it, I feel like the pull towards it is going to lessen a little bit. It's going to start to die down. Official person. Yeah, so I think that a lot of you are just really concerned about the pull towards this situation, because you just don't want to give your power away anymore. You want to be in full control of your life. And sometimes when you feel very pulled towards a person, you can lose control of yourself, or you can feel like they have power over you. But I don't think that that's going to happen anymore. I don't. I think that you've grown so much and become so powerful that I just don't think that that's going to be a concern anymore for you, of completely losing yourself in another connection. Or if you start thinking about this person too much, you're going to get swept up in the connection and you're going to be pulled backwards. I don't think that's the case. I think that a lot of you have a strong grasp on the situation. Even if you don't feel like you do, you do. And if you don't, I feel like you're getting help from the universe, or someone on the other side is helping you to maintain control of the situation. So I don't think you ever have to worry about spiraling. If you were spiraling with this connection, I don't think you have to worry about that happening again, because I think you have full control of the situation. I don't think that you're going to go back and completely give your power away, no matter how strong the connection may feel. I'm going to pull one more for this outside person, and then we're going to jump into the extended. Thoughts card. High honor card. Okay, so this person currently is really pondering a situation where they had the opportunity to act in a way that was righteous. Like they had an opportunity to do the right thing, and they could have chosen not to. And now it looks like it's weighing on them. It's weighing on their thoughts. It's like I'm hearing like being presented with a path, like two different ways they could go. And they could have taken a route that at first they thought was going to be, I can't even say they thought it was going to be positive. I think that they thought it was going to be positive on their end. So is that really positive if it's like you're winning, but you know it's at someone's expense? Let me pull one more. But this person is deep in thought right now. Yeah, so this person is deep in thought about something that they sacrificed. And I think, like I said, initially they thought they sacrificed it for their own good, or that it was going to be good for them. So they might have sacrificed your connection, and they thought, okay, I made this sacrifice, but it's for the greater good, or it's for me to elevate, or it's for good reason. Like they thought it was an honorable sacrifice, like it needed to be done. But clearly something's off about the decision that they made, because they're thinking about it very strongly. And it's like, once you sacrifice something and you know it's for the good, and you're happy with that sacrifice, you usually don't think about it much after that. So to me, that's an indication that they may be they might have been second guessing this sacrifice that they made. Gift card being in the reverse, like they let go of something, like the universe gave them something as a gift, and they fumbled it. They let it go. And it could be outside people who played a role in this decision, with the community card being here in the reverse. We're going to dive more into that person. That could be a parent, like I said. It could be a past partner. We're going to dive more into it, though, in the extended. So I will leave the link to the extended down below. I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo.